Toward the end of 2024, I had my first experience with the Jetour brand when I drove the aptly named Dashing. And in case you missed my review, be sure to go check it out on our YouTube channel. We wanted to find out more about the company and how it's been accepted by South African motorists and what we can look forward to in the near future. So joining me today in studio is the Vice President of Jetour's local arm, Nick Campbell. How are you doing?
Thank you, I'm fine, thank you.
Nice to have you here. I wanted to find out, with NAMSA releasing their sales figures for January, as Jetour is the new kid on the block, how were your sales? How did you perform? And was it in line with what you had expected?
So yes, we reported to NAMSA for the first time in January, and we performed to an acceptable level, what it is we're looking for. We're obviously shooting for higher sales figures going forward, but we also understand that we've just entered the market. So simply put, yes, very happy with our figures. First month reporting, and we made the top 15 within South Africa. So we certainly are chuffed with that, but good things to come.
What would you say sets the Jetour brand apart from the others?
The cars are designed around people's lifestyles, around what people do on the weekends, around travel, around family, and around seeing new things. But in South Africa, we also understand that the car is a means from A to B and a way of life. And actually, you know, a vehicle is more of a support system for a customer, you know, that has to get to and from work.
I do know that when Jetour launched, they first launched with 2 products. But I know that in November, when we went to China, we had a sneak peek of some of the product lineup heading to South Africa. Can you take us through what we can expect to come this year and beyond?
Absolutely. So the R&D coming out of Jetour is absolutely amazing. Globally, there are a lot of new models that they're working on, a lot of new model launches. As a new brand, globally, only been on the block since 2018, it's difficult to launch in a lot of markets all at once. So they've been quite specific on where and what they're launching. T1 and T2 being the next big ones. For us, we're patiently waiting in line for our production schedules, which we have secured. We're just waiting for final dates now. So T1 and T2 definitely, which has set Jetour apart globally with the vehicles, with the model lineup that we have, and with what the offer is going to be. In markets where T1 and T2 have already launched, it's already winning awards. It's already a top-selling SUV in those markets. We have no doubt that in South Africa it's going to be a top contender. Like I say, we're just patiently waiting for our production dates, and then we'll be launching it within this year.
Well, exciting news for you guys. I do know that when people do think of a new brand coming into South Africa, their first concern is after-sales support. Can we go into, the parts and the dealership network that you guys have and sales support for your customers?
Sure, it's a really important thing. When we did our strategy session and all of our consumer findings and insights, it was the #1 barrier to entry for new brands was that after sales support. I think we've adopted an approach now where we don't just want to sell one car to one customer. We want to be part of that journey, part of that mobility solution, and I certainly focused on a lot of the after sales things. It's not just about having parts on shelf, of course, that's the most important thing. It's about having trained technicians, it's about having good staff within our dealer network, about having good dealer partners that support the exact same vision of what we've got. Our parts warehouse is based here in Joburg. I sit there, I monitor it daily, we run through it daily, we monitor our dealers on their parts holding, and we're carrying close at the moment to about 70 million rands worth of stock, pushing up to about 100 million. So we're not taking any chances in terms of parts. In terms of dealers, we've partnered with a great bunch of dealers. We really have. We've taken not only big groups, not only successful groups, but in smaller areas we've found those people. Those motor people that own that area, control that area, have the trust of the customers in that area, and we've partnered with them.
Which model would you say has a bit of your heart, design-wise, and maybe how it drives? Which one would fit your lifestyle?
So I've been fortunate enough to drive both T1 and T2. I'm extremely excited for those to arrive towards the end of the year. Currently, I'm driving an X70 Plus, the deluxe version, which is great in the ash grey, the light grey color. if I had to choose, it would be my car. I back my car, but I back all my models.
Of course. Well, it's been amazing having you here, and thank you for all the info you've given us.